amazing, more powerful than you can even realize spiritual being. You are divine. There's nothing that separates you from your spiritual source. We're here to get more, to be bigger, to be better, to be more expanded. And that's why we are on this evolutionary journey. And one of the key components to this evolutionary journey is radical self-love. Radical means to the core. Radical. Unshakable. It is embedded into your every being, into your fiber of every ounce of you. I want to take this opportunity to talk to you a little bit about radical self-love and why this is so important. I want you to picture this woman who is, young and fiery and has a fantastic career where she's, doing very well and very prestigious things as a young attorney, and has a beautiful brownstone in New York City. On the outside, everything looks so good. She's in a long-term relationship. Everything looks so good. And now picture that on the inside, she's dying. She's crying. Almost every night. There is a sadness, a hollowness that was lurking inside. And so much of that had to do with the fact that she could not love and accept herself. Radical self-love is the lifeline. It's the way out. And it's the way out permanently. It's the way out where you don't rely on anyone else to take care of you. You're not looking for people outside of you to satisfy you, to help you. It's about having an unshakable, grounded happiness within. So that no matter what happens externally, no matter what happens in your life, because, it's life. Yeah. There's going to be dips. Mm-hmm. There are trials and tribulations in this lifetime. It's inevitable. But the difference with radical self-love, when you love yourself so much, when you accept yourself unconditionally, you'll still go through the dips, but it's not a deep dip. It's not a deep dive. It's not one that actually knocks you out for a few days. It's one where you're like, oh, okay, just hit a bump over there. I'm going to keep going. I have tools now. I have resources now. Loving your body. We women struggle with our bodies. And it doesn't matter what size you are. If you're the perfect size and shape, then you're struggling with this. The second cornerstone is knowing, connecting to the goddess within. That's that you love and admire and see in others is already in you. Everything. Otherwise, you would not be able to even recognize that. What an amazing concept. For the longest time, I used to think, oh, why can't I be like that? I'd really like to be like that. And now I realize that if I could see that in her, that means that already exists in me. I may not be pulling on it. I may not be tapping into that aspect of myself, but it exists within me. Our minds are, it is the holder of infinite possibility, right? Infinite possibility. You think of something and it can manifest. Think about the shirts that you all are wearing. That thing was created twice. First, it was created in someone's mind. It was an idea. It was a concept before it ever became physically manifested. You have to be vigilant. You have to stand guard at the front of your mind, like a bouncer in a nightclub. And you have to watch. You have to watch carefully. What are those thoughts that are coming in? When you see the negative things, the negative thoughts come into your head, you have a duty. You have a responsibility to turn that around. You are not the sum of your negative thoughts. Actually, I'll give you an example with this book. I saw the proof, which looks pretty much like this. And I thought to myself, when I saw the book itself, and it's about this size, I was like, oh, it's too small. It's too small. So what did I do? I started focusing on, oh, it's too small. There's nothing good about this book. It's too small. What was I thinking? How can I get on Oprah with such a small book? Lo and behold, finally, I was like, oh, negative thinking, and remember, mastery of your mind, you have to, this is what you do, this is your opportunity to fix it, right? So, I had to get a grip. I took the time, I paused, I wrote out what I was telling myself, and I realized the distortion. Oh, small equals bad. That's what I thought. Oh, small equals bad. Where did I get that from? Diamonds are small, but they're big enough. So once I was able to notice what it was that was a negative thought that I was thinking that was producing that uncomfortable feeling inside, I was able to change it. Emotional authenticity. Allowing yourself to feel your feelings without apology. This is one of those books that it's really something to keep by your bedside or in your pocketbook. It's one of those books where you're like stuck in traffic, pull over to the side of the road, and you're like, oh, right, okay. What you notice magnifies. So I'm not going to notice, all the traffic and all the stress that I'm feeling right now. I'm going to focus on the grass. I'm going to focus on the sky right now so that feeling can magnify. It's one of those things where if you get into a habit, if you get into a practice of taking care of yourself each day, and I'm not just talking about taking care of your physical appearance, I'm talking about taking care of your soul, taking care of your mind, taking care of the gift that you were given. And let me tell you, it is such a gift. As a person that wanted to and tried to end this gift, I am telling you, we are so lucky. And so many of us waste it. We waste it on the small things. An argument with a spouse, a boss that just was saying something annoying. You have the tools. This is a tool. You have the tools to create a magnificent life. Radical. Because in this world, taking the time out to love yourself is a radical notion. It is revolutionary. And so today, I want to thank you because this book, this tour, the opening of the Evolving Goddess Studio is the beginning of the revolution for radical self-love. It is the beginning of the revolution for radical self-love.